Welcome to your weekly program, BelAhdan, the show that brings the soft side of Arab American to your living room. Last week or a few days ago, I didn't even know the United Arab Emirates even have a community here in the Twin Cities, and I ran into a most wonderful party in a global market in Minneapolis, and I had the first time to see United Arab Emirates celebrating their national day, wonderful day, dancing, music, food, fun, and friends. We brought them here and we tried to find out the story behind that party, why they are here, and what this national day is. And the one who was handling that event was Minnesota International Medicine, and a huge medical service here for all international patients. A lot of Arab come to this town and we didn't even know about it. I'm going to start with the market. She is the director of business development, and she Randy Cashing, and she is really behind all this, travel all the time. Everybody love her at the party. We are Randy Cashing here. Next to her we have Ahmed Muhammad. He is also one of the visitors from United Arab Emirates, and also next to him Yusuf al-Matalai, and he also those are parents of patient or their kids or everything, and they're coming to Minneapolis seeking medical attention. Welcome to Ahdan, Randy. Sorry about this. I'm getting too excited here. And it's just fascinating how much we do not know on what's going on here. Yes. This is a huge community that you are serving, and you bring in, Arab patients that they come here for a long stay. Yes. And tell us the process of what you guys do.
Sure. What we're trying to do is help families who cannot get cared for in their own country have specialized services here in Minneapolis. And in Minnesota, we're very well known for delivering extra care for families from all over the world. And now we've brought this program to Minneapolis to a number of wonderful hospitals, including all the hospitals in our consortium. And so we work closely with the University of Minnesota, Amplatz Children's Hospital, Abbott Northwestern, Regents, Fairview Southdale, and other large clinics here in Minneapolis. We found that with a large cadre of expert physicians, we're able to really, embellish on the services that they need.
So you are in the middle?
Yes, we're in the middle.
You represented them, or you represent the hospital?
We're kind of in the middle. What we do is we get the call from their country or the embassies or the families directly, and then what we do is we link them in with the best programs and services in our community.
Because anybody who talk, any Arab, even a community here or abroad, when you talk about Minnesota, it says, Mayo Clinic.
Yes.
But, there's a lot more than Mayo Clinic.
Yes, and that was our idea. Our premise behind, the formation of the organization was that we've worked with such great physicians in Minneapolis. I formerly was with Abbott Northwestern Hospital for a number of years, and in particular in the orthopedic and spine area, we're really world-renowned in those areas. So we took those very strong areas, and we decided to branch out, and there was a demand for other programs where patients could get appointments quicker, they can be served in a more timely fashion. Some of the big centers for excellence, like Mayo, it's difficult to get appointments in a timely fashion. So. And
also, what is the cultural aspect in the healthcare? I mean, that's missing too. I mean, especially serving family, serving women, serving kids. So how do you guys handle that?
Well, first of all, I think it's nice that we're in a regular major metropolitan area like Minneapolis, St. Paul, because there's so much to do. We've got apartments, and we've got hotels, and we've got museums, and shopping, and Mall of America, of course. And so what we do is we've set up a concierge services program where we really work with the families on things that they need to do outside of the hospital and the healthcare environment. And I think it's been important as a way to welcome them to the community, to have those options available. It's not just about the healthcare, it's about what we do to really extend the olive branch and bring people into our community, and there's so much to do.
Twin Cities can offer a lot. We'll talk to Ahmed. Ahmed, are you coming with a patient, or what brought you here to?
I'm coming with my wife.
Okay.
She's sick, and we are coming here.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your experience. How long you been here?
Almost a month and a half.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your experience with Minnesota and with Minnesota International Medicine.
Yeah, like you said in advance, we only know about Minnesota, and before I came here, only the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah.
But I surprised when I arrived to Minneapolis with a warm welcoming from Miss Randy and the staff in the Minnesota International Medicine. And it gives us a better experience, a better knowledge about the Minnesota and the Twin Cities. So we are really glad to meet them and really appreciate all services they are presenting to all patients, not only me.
Have they taught you how you speak Minnesotans?
No, not yet.
No, but he speaks great English. He's marvelous.
Yeah, it has to be
He's
English,
terrific.
Minnesota English.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
what's
getting
up?
there.
You coming
Yeah.
with, and so you know, one of the main issue that Arab patient, even here in the community, that hospitals were not sensitive to their culture, to their religions, you know, how they treat their wives, how they intermingle with the male doctor, female doctor, what their issue. Is this an issue of concern to you at all?
No, it's okay. And like in our culture, it's we trying to get a female doctors, but if not, it's okay to deal with a male.
The best
doctors.
doctor will win.
Yeah.
And beside being in a hospital, visiting the hospital, making sure your wife getting the best attention, what else did you see in Minnesota? What do you like and things you like?
Before I made a search about Minnesota, I know it's a state of the lakes.
Yeah.
Most lakes of U.S. are in Minnesota.
10,000 of them.
More than 10,000.
And you were
lakes
watching
here.
the lakes before you come to the
Yeah,
city.
we are.
And I've been waiting for you.
We have a great view when driving to here. The city is nice, really bit quiet.
And you came from United Arab Emirates. What part of the? I know there are 7 Emirates. Which one?
I'm from Dubai.
So you are the big one. You are from the New York of the United Arab Emirates.
The financial capital of the United Arab Emirates. Yeah.
So, what is the striking difference when you just walk into Minnesota from the airport than Dubai? Dubai is like what? Las
Dubai,
Vegas or something.
Yeah, Dubai is almost like the downtown with the high buildings.
Yeah, New York.
But when we are traveling like to Europe and US, we like to see the countryside of the country.
I see.
The state.
You are in the right
That's
state.
why we were enjoying the driving up to here.
Yeah, that's a fascinating because Minnesota is even different than any other states.
Yeah,
You know, the
That's
scenery, you know, it has the culture, as you say, and the financial and medical,
Yes,
but also it has the countryside of it.
It's a beautiful way up here.
Yeah,
They didn't see they never had seen Lake Minnetonka, so it was terrific.
It's frozen now, but you get the picture, right?
Yeah.
There is fish under this.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Have you explained to him ice fishing? It's a very alien concept.
I know, you need to explain that
I don't
to
know,
them.
I couldn't even get it myself. But the people sit on the ice and stick something and fish.
We see only that on the TVs only.
You don't believe
the
that
movies,
actual people with
they
their
make a hole and
actually
they
normal
fishing.
people with their state of mind actually do this.
Yeah.
And but let's talk to Yusuf. And I know Yusuf, you want to speak in Arabic, so you want to make sure you do it right. So with the help of Ahmed, you want to tell him how he feels about Minnesota and the culture, the hospital.
يقول لك شو رايك في مينيسوتا بشكل عام بالثقافه في مينيسوتا، العلاج، الخدمات المقدمه من المكتب؟
طبعا احنا قدمنا من دوله الامارات الحمد لله بفضل من الله، وسمعنا عن الولايات المتحده بشكل عام وبشكل خاص ولايه مينيسوتا ما شاء الله يعني بتقديم المستشفيات فيها المستشفيات الراقيه من ناحيه الاطفال او الكبار. فالستاف الطبي اللي تلاقينا معاه ما شاء الله يعني يتعامل مع الحاله بطريقه ممتازه جدا. تعامل كان راقي بالنسبه لنا نحن احنا يعني المرافقين مع المريض. انا جاي مع ابنتي، فيعود الفضل طبعا الى الله سبحانه وتعالى ثم الى المكتب الدولي الموجود في مينيسوتا. يعني استقبلنا من المطار، من الطائره وليس من المطار، صار الاستقبال من الطائره الى المستشفى. احنا صراحه سعدنا يعني لما تجي بمكان وانت غريب وتلقى يعني الاهتمام وياخذ بايدك وياخذك بصدر الرحب والابتسامه الجميله. بالعكس انا عاجز عن التعبير بما قاموا به المكتب الدولي في ولايه مينيسوتا.
طيب Ahmed, do you want to just summarize what he said there? And I know I could do it, but I think he can articulate it much better.
He just he want to present his thanking to the Minnesota International Medicine and the warm welcoming from the door of the airplane through the city to the hospital. And he knows about US in general and Minneapolis or Minnesota in particular that's presenting one of the highest medicine or medical treatments in the world, and he is happy and satisfied with that all services and all what the Minnesota International Medicine give to him and for other families.
Tell him, you know, he is also practiced some kind of medicine back home. This is fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell him how that, what he feel as somebody alternative meds, he use alternative medicine.
Yes.
Or this. Tell him how you see the difference and believing in, you know, the traditional medicine.
يقول لك أنت تمارس نوع من أنواع الطب الحجامة.
نعم.
يعني
He's a very famous guy. The guy is very private and people know him. He's on television. He's more famous.
Yeah, he is
A lot of
famous
people do not know he's famous.
Yeah.
He is famous.
يعني كيف تشوف المجال الطبي هني يعني كيف الحجامة مع الطب العام يعني.
طبعا الطب الحجامه سكابينج، طب الحجامه يسير في مساره، له مسار. طبعا هو يعتبر الطب التكميلي للطب الحديث، لكن احنا اذا بنقارن ما بين الطب ما بين في دوله الامارات او الطب في الولايات المتحده وفي ولايه مينيسوتا، بالعكس الطب يعني في ولايه مينيسوتا شاسع جدا. الطاقم الطبي الموجودين على كفاءه في التعامل مع المرضى، واحنا هذا الشيء اللي اسعدنا. وعلى مستوى العالم يعتبروا الامريكان طبعا من ناحيه الطب بالعكس متقدمين بشكل كبير، يعني هذا احنا ما نسمعه عن الامريكان. فهذا الشيء اللي خلانا نجي، وبالعكس احنا سعيدين في ولايه مينيسوتا من ناحيه حتى المناظر الجميله اللي نستمتع فيها. الشعب راقي جدا في التعامل حقيقه. من ناحيه حتى الخدمات، من ناحيه الفنادق الموجوده، الهوتيلات الموجوده، بالعكس هوتيلات ممتازه مناسبه لنا يعني بشكل كبير. وانا سعيد حتى في اليوم في جيتي للاستديو ارى يعني هالبحيرات الجميله التي يعني صراحه يعني وايد فرحت اليوم على نظرتي لله، وانا طبعا احب البحر بشكل كبير.
اهلا وسهلا. تفضل.
He said there is a huge difference between the medical treatment in US and in our country, and he is really happy that he arrived to Minnesota, and he is more happy that he's here. The countryside, the lakes, and especially today driving up to here, and he enjoyed the lakes, enjoyed the countryside of Minnesota.
Randy, it's interesting what he just said, that he believed that alternative medicine is a complement to traditional medicine. A lot of people think, you know, Arabs or Muslim are traditional, are kind of very hard to break into the value system. These people come here with their family. They trust the system, they work with the system, and at ease, and they don't see any problem of coming to a new system with their family, accepting science. What's your take on that?
Well, first of all, many of these families are very sophisticated.
I see.
In that their country allows them, if they cannot provide the care inside the country, to go outside. So many of our families have seen Germany and France, Thailand, England, and they've had the opportunity because their constitution and their countries really allow them to go elsewhere if they can't provide the services in the country. So we find that they're very, very savvy and they're very well read. And we're just happy because we're challenged by them. I think that makes us better, you know, when we have them here, because they're so sophisticated.
What is the most challenging issue for you as dealing with international patients?
Well, I think it's challenging in Minneapolis because it's a new program, and we want to get the hospitals engaged. Whereas, you know, when you have the Mayo Clinic and, you know, a 150-year-old institution where they've had, you know, years and years of services offered to international patients. So I think the most challenge is, you know, getting our consortium of hospitals together to understand all the different facets, because you're not just dealing with the family and the patient, but we're dealing with the embassy, we're dealing with the physicians in Washington, we're dealing with the physicians in the Emirates.
Wow.
And so it's new. Even though places like the university have international patients, it's not the volume of patients that, you know, that now we are bringing in. So I think that once, you know, we get this next year under our belt, I think it'll be
How long have
easier.
you been doing this?
Well, we've just been doing this now 2 years.
Oh, really? That's
So,
an infant stage.
Yes, yes.
This is wonderful.
So we brought this, and I think the other thing that I've noticed is the families also, you know, in Rochester, there's not as much that they can do. Here you've got wonderful shopping. I had a family recently.
What would you do in Rochester after you're done in the hospital?
Really, it's frustrating because there's so much more to do here. And the global market, where our offices are, really is a good forum for families because you've got a giant souk and you've got all the restaurants and the halal
International
market. It's very good.
That's right. Ahmed, I don't know, you know, as an ignorant person like me, grew up in Egypt. Is there any difference when I see somebody wearing this iqal and this type? He has white, you are dark. Sometimes iqal red, sometimes black. What is the dynamic? This is social strata. You know, are you making a fashion statement? What's the deal?
No, usually.
This is beautiful. This is, I wish I had one.
Thank you. I will, when we back, I will send you one.
I was fishing for that too.
Yeah. There is no difference in general, but usually we wear white, like what Yusuf wears now, because of the heat in our country. But because of the heat.
The weather, actually.
And sometimes in the winter, we wear colors, and the fabric is different also.
To keep
our warm. Yeah. This is from
what do you think, Yusuf? You think you are in the summer? It's ice everywhere, and
this is the winter guy.
Yeah, this is the winter guy. This is summer guy.
Yeah, but we are always in the inside. We are not going out with this.
I see.
I would like him to tell you who's on the scarf.
Yeah, what's the deal with the scarf?
Tell them who this.
I saw this at the party. Everybody was wearing this.
Yeah, on the right is His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates.
And okay, you come from what emirate?
From Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Okay. He's the president.
He's the president.
Okay.
And a son of late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, the founder of the United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
On the left is Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President.
And he's from Dubai.
He's from Dubai, the Prime Minister and the ruler of Dubai.
And it's amazing that the 7 emirates, they were established how many years ago? It's not
41 years.
20 years, only 20 years.
No, 41 years.
Oh, 41 years.
Yes. Yeah, 1971.
71. Yeah. Well, it's still a young union.
Yeah.
And it seems like the United Emirates really share a lot with the United States as a federation, isn't it?
Very much so.
The states and they're still independent, but there is a federation there. You know, I took Yusuf to one of the restaurants there, and this is the first time I see some Arabs with their tradition and coming to Minnesota and didn't talk about the winter and the weather and everything. They still like it. This is fascinating. So ask him about the winter, the cold, and all that. He doesn't even have winter clothes. He's just wearing shoes like he should be in Italy or something.
Yeah.
So tell him about the winter and how he's going to.
لبسك مو بلبس شتوي يعني.
هين. طبعا احنا الحمد لله يعني استاذ احمد مو بهاك ما نقول ما نبي نبالغ نقول ما في برد، لا في برد، لكن احنا دائما من الهوتيل الى السياره، من السياره الى الهوسبيتال، يعني دائما كنا في الاجواء الدافيه. لكن تعرف استاذ احمد، انا يعني جاتني فكره وتذكرت حاجه.
نص دقيقه عشان
نعم، تذكرت حاجه سبحان الله في الاوقات الحرجه لما يكون البيشن او المريض تعبان، حتى لو الساعه 2 بالليل او 3 بالليل يكون المكتب سبحان الله متواجد، الطاقم الرؤساء يكونوا موجودين، فهذا شيء بالعكس يهون ويريح على المريض او اهل المريض يعني من المصيبه اللي هم فيها.
فهذا wonderful. I think I'm going to wrap this. Ahmed, he was just saying is the weather. He's always indoor, avoid the weather, but he is intrigued by Minnesota International Medicine because they always there for him, and that adds warmth to his soul and his family.
We told him we were going to take him snowmobiling.
That will be the day.
That's what we're going to do.
With this robe, I would like to see that.
No, he has to wear the right clothes.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for having me.
Good to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for coming. They conclude our show. And this is the piece we've done about your party. So enjoy it. I think we're going to see it here. And we'll see you next week. Salaam. This is the party that we saw a couple of days ago, United Arab Emirates National Day. Assalamu alaikum and God bless you all.
الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية من ولاية مينيسوتا نحتفل باليوم الوطني ال41 لدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. نوجه الشكر إلى سفارة دولة الإمارات في ولاية واشنطن على الجهد جزاهم الله خير الذي بذلوه في إنجاح هذا الحفل، والشكر موصول إلى مينيسوتا انترناشونال ميديسن. المكتب الدولي طبعا هو المشرف على حالة المرضى في ولاية مينيسوتا، فتشاهدوا إن شاء الله الاحتفال اللي صار في ولاية مينيسوتا، ونشكر المواطنين الذين حضروا في هذا الاحتفال جزاهم الله خير، وحضور السفارة، ومشكورين وجزاكم الله خير.
نحن نحتفل بهذه المناسبة في غربتنا لنبين للعالم مدى حبنا وترابطنا.
And they're my family as well. Halfan, you know that. This is my son, my Emirati son. And
الاتحاد حكام الإمارات، وإلى سيدي الفريق أول سمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد محمد بن زايد آل نهيان ولي عهد أبو ظبي نائب القائد الأعلى للقوات المسلحة بمناسبة اليوم الوطني 41.
واعتقد انه الاسر الموجودين في مينيابوليس صراحه اسر يعني احنا نفتخر بيها ونتشرف فيهم وان شاء الله.
In Minneapolis, I would like to thank you for joining us in this party of celebration of National Day of the United Arab Emirates.
I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to all of the international patients and families who are visiting our state from the UAE. Welcome to Minnesota.
Minnesota International Medicine is committed to deepening our relationship with government and the people of United Arab Emirates and other nations as we work to make Minnesota and the Twin City the destination of choice for the world.
So thank you from everyone from UAE. Thank you for choosing Minnesota. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time in our state, and I wish you the best in health and well-being. Thank you very much.
What we've done, Captain Halfan, this is for you to commemorate UAE National Day. So we can eat now. Okay, let's eat. Thank you, everybody.
بداية استضيفك اخوي احمد محمد معاي في ولاية مينيسوتا، ونحن نحتفل في اليوم الوطني 41 لدولة الامارات العربية المتحدة. ممكن تكلمنا جزاك الله خير عن الاحتفال في هذا اليوم؟
بما ان نحن في بلاد غربة فقلنا نجمع عيال البلاد ونحتفل مع بعض في
ابو نواف، بحكم انك انت ما شاء الله من المقيمين في الولايات المتحده الامريكيه في ولايه مينيابلس، شو رايك في الاحتفال الذي قاموا به المواطنين دوله الامارات في هذه الولايه في الولايات المتحده الامريكيه؟
والله احتفال جيد ودعوه جيده، والمواطنين اللي ساكنين بامريكا هم سمعتهم ترفع الراس، من احسن جاليه اماراتيه.
مهما نسوي ما نرد ولو جزء بسيط من اللي قدمت الدولة لنا، فإن شاء الله يكون الاحتفال طلع بالصورة الطيبة، واسمحوا لنا على أي قصور، ونشوفكم إن شاء الله في السنوات القادمة إن شاء الله.
شكرا أخوي.
ومرتاحين ومستانسين ونشكر منهم كثير الشكر، ومن هذه إن شاء الله وأحسن وأحسن، ولقاء جيد، والمسؤولين الموجودين من قبل القنصلية أو السفارة
على التعاون الكبير والمجهود الكبير اللي بذلوه في سبيل انه يطلع الاحتفال بالصورة اللي شفتوها انتم، ولهم الشكر الجزيل جميع الستاف من الدكتور شريف إلى راندي وجميعهم. أخاف أنسى اسم، أوجه لهم الشكر، أقول لهم ثانك يو ميم، ثانك يو.
خلفان النعيمي من السفارة الإماراتية، جزاك الله خير يعني على حضورك من واشنطن إلى ولاية منير في هذا اليوم الوطني ال41.
الله يسلمك. العمل على يعني شوف احتياجاتهم والنظر في احتياجاتهم في جميع الولايات المتحدة، وبالأخص يعني ولاية مينيسوتا البادرة جت من المكتب الدولي على أساس اللي عمل الحفلة هذه بالتنسيق مع الشباب الموجودين هنا والمواطنين، وجزاهم الله خير ما قصروا وبيضوا وجوهنا، وإن شاء الله أن إن شاء الله نفرح في هذه الأيام.